Good morning guys, and welcome to this edition of Hikelopedia. Today I'm on the trail, the Tonghua trail. I'm currently walking towards Sanyuan Gong in Chonglin, Hsinchu County. As I said, I'm on the Tonghua trail. The Tonghua, if you're not from Taiwan, you won't know. It's a kind of flower that comes from the Tonghua tree. And this tree is very widespread in Hakka regions of Taiwan, because I think in the old days the Hakka people used to use it for many different things. They used to use the wood and the oil, I believe. Hakka people are immigrants from China, southern China, like Guangdong and Fujian, I believe, and they came over to Taiwan from China a few hundred years ago and settled mostly in the Hsinchu and Miaoli areas, although there are scattered pockets of Hakkas in other parts of Taiwan. But anyway, the Tonghua flower and the Tonghua tree are well connected with Hakka people, so I've come today to try and find some Tonghua. Although driving up here, I have a feeling that I may have left it a bit late this year, but I'll explain why later. Anyway, I'm almost at the temple now, and I believe the trail starts at the back of the temple. This trail, super steep, not very well maintained, and there's so many mosquitoes. I've only been going 10 minutes and I'm exhausted already. It's just straight up steps like that. The good news is I've reached a little plateau. The bad news, it's not very big, and now it's all uphill again. The other bad news is there's no Tonghua, which is why I came here. Oh well, still a nice workout. Now, I know what you're thinking. That stupid Waiguren, it's too late for Tonghua. But let me tell you, a couple of weeks ago, there were Tonghua everywhere. So I thought, at the time, oh, I've never done a Tonghua video before. When I get back, I'll go do one. Because I live in Hsinchu. Hsinchu's close to Miaoli. Hsinchu, Miaoli, the Hakka area where most of the Tonghua trees are. So I thought, what a great idea. But then a couple of things happened. One, last week when I intended to go film it, my son got sick, so I had to stay home all week and look after him. Then this week I started looking for trails, and then I chose this one because it was nearby. But then I started thinking, oh, this is much lower altitude, so the season for Tonghua is probably earlier. And I guess now I'm here walking the trail and there's very few Tonghua. That is the case. The season was probably a few weeks earlier because much lower altitude, warmer temperatures, trees bloom earlier. Silly me. Oh. I just saw Hu Tofeng, so I'll get out of here pretty quickly. Is that a Tonghua? I don't know. Maybe I've struck gold. Yay! Found a Tonghua tree still in bloom. I think that's the second one I've seen. So at least I found some. Alright, so I guess this must be the top. What is it? 基寮坑 or Hang Shan. 468 meters. Quite a nice walk, although my mission to see blankets of Tonghua was a bit of a miserable failure, but oh well, there's always next year. I did manage to spot a few more Tonghua trees later on, and when I flew the drone I spotted quite a few more, but unfortunately I couldn't get close to them. This mountain's not very high, but there's actually some really nice views over there. You can see Shinju, and on the other side there's just like rolling blue hills. It's quite nice, and it's quite cool today as well, which is a good thing too. It's been quite hot recently. Oh my god, this trail is turning into a bit of a disaster. Oh dear. I started following what I thought was the trail down, and it kind of veered off in a different direction to what I was expecting. So I'm just following it for a bit more, and if it doesn't go where I want it to go, then I'm going to turn back. I'm okay, I'm not too far from civilization. There's some guys cutting trees that I just went past. So no Tonghua and getting lost. What a fun day. According to my map, this is gonna lead me to a road which then can take me back to where I came from. Fingers crossed. Another wrong turn, ended up in the middle of the forest, but finally I've managed to find a track which leads onto a road. As you can see, these workmen's, the guys who are chopping down the bushes as their vehicles, so I can finally get back onto the road, which is right in front of me now, and snake my way back to the car. Oh my god, that was a lot more hassle than it should have been. Whew. I'm not going to put the track up for this walk, because if you follow it you must be crazy, but here I am on the road. Thank God for that. I just got to follow this and eventually come back to where I started. So I'm here where it all began 2.5 hours ago, and 7.5 kilometers at Sanyuan, which is over there. And honestly, it's been a bit of a disaster. The Tonghua weren't in bloom, but since I got back to the temple, there's a whole bunch of other trees around here which are in bloom. I don't know what they are yet, but I'm going to look them up. So that's some consolation. The other consolation is that I got to do a few more kilometers in my new boots, and I got a good workout from it all. As I said earlier, I'm hesitant to post the track for this walk because it's basically embarrassing, and if you look at it you'll see what a pig's ear I made of the day, but I'll put it up there because I have no shame. If you enjoyed watching me make a fool of myself and getting lost, then you can always click like, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell for notifications to catch my videos every Saturday morning. As usual, if you want to help support the channel, click thanks down below, or head on over to Buy Me a Coffee, where you can check out what's on offer on the page, and remember, 3 coffees or more for a Hikelopedia embroidered patch. Alright, that's it for now, guys. It's almost lunchtime. I'm pretty hungry. I'm going to go and try and find some nice food. I'm guessing it'll be Hakka food around here. If I find something nice, I'll film it. If not, then I'll see you next time. Over and out.